We love heroes. Even more, we love superheroes. We line up for movies like The Dark Knight or The Avengers, and we pore over our favorite comic books because those characters so inspire us. What we rarely see, however, are the people behind those characters. With the exception of films like American Splendor, maybe a documentary like Comic-Con Episode 4, this hasn't really been tackled on screen. In Comic Attitudes, a visionary young artist, desperate to keep from being forever stuck in a dead-end life, makes up for a botched opportunity with his idol as he battles his inexperience, meddling boss, temperamental publishers, and takes on the crazy world of comic conventions to find his true inspiration and make it as a professional comic illustrator. It really is the story of Bruce, a young artist from New Jersey who works in a comic book store. He seems like a regular guy with a regular life. We soon find out he's anything but. Bruce has these visions. He sees the world as a living comic book, as animated versions of his own artwork, and he is desperate to share that with the world. He's made very little headway, and has even been rejected from a famous comic school. When an opportunity to meet his idol gets sabotaged by George, his meddling boss at the shop, Bruce finds a little inspiration, a little motivation in Mila, the vivacious barista who works in the mall with him. Together, they start a plan to make sure Bruce can achieve his goal. In Act 2, we get to see what is my favorite scene, I think that audiences will love, when Bruce blows off work to take Mila to the New York Comic-Con, the mecca, the holy land of the comic book world, and we get to experience that through Bruce's eyes. He continues to go forward, battling things like rejections from comic book publishers in the constant pursuit of his dream. As he goes on, his affection for Mila, who's helping him out, also grows quite a bit. Things take a terrible turn, however, when at one con, Bruce's portfolio is stolen, the worst thing that could ever happen to an artist. Looking for some sort of comfort, he turns to Mila, who he finds out has fallen for another guy. By Act 3, Bruce's world is in absolute ruins. Things go from bad to worse when even his fallback position, his boring life at the comic shop, is ripped away as the store is forced to close down. There is one small glimmer of hope. He finds a little help from the most unlikely of places. George, now humbled by the loss of his business, sets up a meeting with Bruce, with his idol, the very artist he kept Bruce from meeting earlier in the story. Bruce has one chance, if he can rebuild an absolute killer comic book portfolio in a very, very small amount of time. Bruce has to either find his inner strength and become the hero he needs to be, or be forever stuck in his boring, dead-end life. I thank you for your time and consideration. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer, or can I just send you the screenplay?